Ma'am Huma Alam, Lady Wife of the respected Chief Secretary of Nagaland. Mrs. Vinita Sharma, Lady Wife of the Director General. This afternoon is a special day for the police officers, police families, because through the initiative of Mrs. Vinita Sharma, who is the President of the Nagaland Police Family Welfare Organization, through her effort, the reality of financial independence is achieved by getting the dealership, Amul dealership for the organization. So, I, on behalf of the President and all the members of the Nagaland Police Family Welfare, extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you.
I stand here and this platform and podium that has been given to me, it's only because of the efforts of all the previous DGP's wives, especially the one who thought of opening this family welfare organization. Each one of them contributed to this welfare through different kinds of activities, and all those activities that they did, we followed the same and brought a few of our ideas into the system. So very grateful to all the DGP's previous wives, all previous DGP's wives. So thank you and grateful. All of us in the districts and in the units, we all have our small units which function as family welfare. So each one of them decide what is to be done as a family welfare thing. There are times that we have financial literacy program. There are times that we give them certain skills like cooking, baking, and sometimes we think of medical awareness camps that we give. So this time what we did was, thanks to all the young officers' wives, we made a PPT on two topics. One was the financial literacy and the other one was the medical aid. And we made all those PPTs and sent it across the entire state for the COs and for the district SP's wives to show them to the ladies. I was very specific that I wanted pre and postnatal care to be included, because that's something that as women we don't really talk about. Then came the mental health of the woman. That is also something that we hardly talk about. So my focus this time was that we have a kind of a review form after they have seen the PPT, if they have any questions, and if there are certain things that we could help them by bringing in doctors from the state within or from outside, or have an online session. It was in 2015. We had our DGP, Mr. Dongal, and the welfare that I know as of today was initiated by Mrs. Dongal. So I attended the very first meeting that she called for. So whatever I have learned only from her. I remember that in 2015, before that I had already traveled the world, and I thought I knew a lot many things. So I came to that meeting thinking that I'm going to just bombard them all with my ideas. I thought it was all something very new that I was sharing. During the course of the meeting, when I started with my ideas, everybody was happy to listen to those ideas. But I did not know that those ideas have to be supported by funds, have to be backed by money. And sadly, the fund was very limited at that point of time. So whatever ideas I had could not be implemented. And that was my first learning lesson, that you might have ideas, but you cannot do anything without having the funds to back that. So this year, January 2023, I knew the challenges that I would face, but I also knew that I had a responsibility towards my police fraternity as a president, and I wanted to do something different, not with the activities, but before the activities could start, before we could impart the skills, I wanted the families to be financially independent. To start with, Amul was not for me. Amul officials had gone to PHQ to meet my husband, and fortunately for us, it did not work out between them. And that's how my husband invited those officials to our residence and said that instead of me, you could meet my wife. When I had the first meeting with the Amul officials, the first thing I said was that I want a revenue generation unit, but I cannot invest or I can't give you anything right now. So they have this security deposit amount that we need to deposit. So I told them that this is something that I cannot give. They were very generous and said, okay, fine, if you can't give us that, just start the Amul. And I thought it was, wow, I'm done with it and I have a revenue generation scheme. But most of you would know that I'm an English teacher. And whenever we introduce any kind of writing genres to our children, we give them strategies to empower them to write something. And one of the strategy is the WH questions. So here I was like a learner. WH questions were there, who's going to do this and where am I going to open, how would I go about this. So the first came, where should I open? My husband had given us 2 rooms that we could choose and I called up Kohima.
As we all know, milk and the dairy products comprise of a considerable portion of our daily diet, and because of its rich nutritional content and the high protein, the source of protein that it provides. I understand that the profits of this venture will be utilized in the welfare activities of the police personnel and their families. On behalf of all of us present here, I would like to express our sincere appreciation and congratulate the members of the organization for starting such a project here, which I believe will go a long way in income generating, which will be used for the members who need it most. I thank you for having me and my esteemed colleagues to be a part of this very joyous occasion. It is our prayer that God will bless you immensely and use these services of yours for the betterment of the police family and the public at large. Thank you so much.
Taking God's choicest blessings, I take great pleasure in inaugurating this Amul parlour here. Just starting now. Okay. They have milk powder. You think, but